What is going on, guys? This is Miasin. Today I'm bringing you both a combo video and a deck profile for DRYTRON. Really competitive deck, probably in the top 5 best decks of this format, because it can make several negates using Herald of Perfection, or technically Herald of Ultimateness if you're still going down that route. But anyways, I'm going to show you 4 combos like I said. The only thing I'm asking from you guys is to like and subscribe, potentially check me out on Instagram and Twitch. So assuming that you have Zeta and Ban Alpha, look at what you can do. So the Alpha is going to be tributing the Zeta in order to search the Benten, and then tribute the Benten, revive back the Zeta, and then search the Ritual spell. Benten will trigger the Search Diviner of the Herald. This is usually the kind of staple combo that you're trying to achieve every single time, so not even when you don't really have these 2 specific Drytrons, this is really kind of like a starting point that allows you to keep going from there. Anyways, now we're going to be normal summoning the Diviner of the Heralds, send the Herald of Arclight, which allows you to search either a Ritual monster or Ritual spell from your deck to your hand. We're going to choose to go for the Ritual spell, which is E10, and now we're going to make Mu Beta Fafnir, which allows us to foolish our deck for a Drytron monster, and that's going to be Drytron Gamma, and we're going to be using the Ritual spell, so detach a material from the Mu Beta Fafnir in order to revive back the Benten. Now we're going to be recycling back the Ritual spell by making the Mu Beta Fafnir weaker by 1000 attack, and we're going to use its effect right away, well, the Ritual spell, in order to detach the Alpha in order to Ritual summon the E10 from our hand, which allows us to recycle back or search a Ritual spell from our deck or graveyard to our hand. Anyways, now as you can see, we can actually make a rank 6 monster since we have 2 level 6, so it's going to be Beatrice, and we're going to use the effect of Gamma, so tribute the Benten, revive back the Gamma, and revive back another Drytron monster, use the effect of Benten, search Herald of Perfection, and we're going to be linking off 3 monsters in order to make Mecha Phantom Beast Aurora Dawn, which is going to allow us to summon 3 tokens, and that, yeah, it's good. As soon as that will be done, we're going to be Beatrice Foolish for any trap card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Imperial Order is a really powerful one, so now we're going to go Aura Dawn, recycle back the trap card by tributing 3 monsters on our field, and since we have a machine monster with 1800 or more attack, we can actually tribute it in order to summon that Herald of Perfection from our hand, which is really freaking cool. So just like that, we were able to end on Beatrice with Herald of Perfection and any trap card in Yu-Gi-Oh! And during our standby opponent's draw phase or standby phase, we can Foolish for Ava and search 2 Light Fairies from our deck to our hand that are level 2 or lower, so that a Herald of Perfection will already be ready for your opponent's turn with 2 negates, and on top of that we have basically any trap card out there. So even if your opponent has Dark Ruler, you can basically have any other trap card that allows you to either stop that Dark Ruler or prevent your opponent's other plays from being, you know, a thing. So this is already really cool for combo number 1, which is just a 2-card combo. It just keeps on getting better and better. So let's get into combo number 2. Alright, combo number 2, and this is a pretty bad hand, I'm not gonna lie. It's Gamma and Delta. Probably the worst Drytrons to open without Alpha and Zeta, because, well, sorry, yeah, Alpha and Zeta are like the really good ones, but these ones, they don't necessarily generate you guaranteed advantage at the very beginning. They're more like super good extenders once you get going, but at the very start of your combo, you want to definitely have Alpha and Zeta, preferably. Anyways, even if you just draw these 2 cards, you can still do quite a lot, trust me. So Gamma, revive back the Delta, and then Mu Beta Fafnir, send that Ban Alpha, Alpha 2 ban, whatever, send the Mu Beta Fafnir, well, tribute the Mu Beta Fafnir, revive back the Alpha, and search the Benten. We still have Delta effect, so we can tribute the Benten and use the effect of Benten to search Diviner of the Heralds. Now, there are a lot of unfortunate things here. We still didn't have access to the Zeta, which allows us to get the Ritual spell, and on top of that, this couldn't even reveal anything to draw 1 card, so it's just like a weaker combo, but again, it still does quite a lot. So now normal summon Diviner of the Herald, send Herald of Arclight, and remember when I said that it can search any monster or spell? This time we're actually going to search for the spell card instead of the monster, because unfortunately we do not have the luxury of being able to search for the E10 right now. Anyways, now we're going to go Mu Beta Fafnir, and then detach 1 material in order to get back the Benten, and we're going to make the Mu Beta Fafnir slightly weaker in order to get back the Ritual spell, but then Beatrice, detach Benten in order to Foolish for Herald of Perfection, and then Medionis, Drytron again, recycle back, we'll special summon back the Herald of Perfection, and we're going to pass turn, and on our opponent's turn, Beatrice and Ava, search our 2 Light Fairies, and just like that, with one of the worst 2-card combos that this deck has access to, we can still end on Herald of Perfection with 2 Light Fairies in the hand, which is pretty freaking nice. But anyways, let's get into combo number 3 now. Alright, this is where it gets really aggressive. So Emergency, or the Drytron that we're about about to search, plus pre-preparation of rites, and either preparation of rites or again the ritual monster that we're about to search will actually be able to do a pretty nice board. So let's get right into it. Pre-prep, Surge the Dawn of the Herald and the Herald of Perfection. This is the reason why this package is actually better than Ultimateness. It's because you can actually search 2 cards in one just with pre-prep. And there's also another reason. The Herald of Perfection is level 6, so you can actually make the Constellar Ptolemy M7 with it, or Beatrice, in order to actually get, well, transform bad hands into really good hands all of a sudden, which is going to be relevant in this combo. Anyways, Dawn of the Herald, Tribute Benton, summon Herald of Perfection, and then Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2 with the Dawn of the Herald and Herald of Perfection, so this searches, and Dawn of the Herald will tribute itself to recycle back one of the materials that was used in order to summon a Herald of Perfection. In this case, it is just the Cyber Angel Benton, so you get to recycle back and get the search from a deck to your hand. Of course, always going to be Diviner of the Heralds, great card, the best normal summon in the deck, way better than Manju, because this becomes level 6, so you can actually make Beatrice and Ptolemy, whereas Manju being a level 4 just doesn't really achieve anything. Anyway, send Herald of Arclight, search Ida 10, and now make Beatrice Lady of the Eternal, detach the Alpha out of everything, and now we're going to be going emergency search the Zeta, so now we're actually kind of back to square one with the combo number 1 that I showed you, but at the same time, it's actually better because we already have the ball going and a lot of cards by the time we have Alpha and Zeta, so we are going to be able to do a little bit more than combo number 1. So now we're going to be tributing the other DRYTRON in the hand in order to summon back the Alpha, and we're going to be tributing the Benton now in order to revive back the Zeta, which is going to search as the ritual spell, and the Benton is going to be searching Ava. Very, very good. So now make the Mu Beta Fafnir, send the Gamma, of course. Always the card that you're trying to foolish with Mu Beta Fafnir when you can. And then Medion's DRYTRON, detach either Zeta or Alpha, doesn't matter, from Mu Beta Fafnir, revive back the Herald of Perfection. And now we're going to make the Mu Beta Fafnir weaker, recycle back the ritual spell. Gamma, send the Ida 10, revive back 2. Now when Ida 10 gets tributed, this is really cool. It permanently makes your ritual monsters gain 1000 attack and defense. So this Herald of Perfection can't even be beaten by special summon Zuking Alpha attack. So this is really important. Now we're going to be making IP Masquerena using the 2 DRYTRON monsters. Then the ritual spell, detach from Mu Beta Fafnir, revive back the Ida 10, then recycle back the ritual spell, make Anaconda, and then pay 2000, you already know it, make Fusion Destiny into Phoenix Enforcer, and just like that, we were able to end on, how many negates is that? It's a gigantic amount, right? This is why I said this is way better than combo number 1, because by the time we had the 2-card starter, we already had like half of the combo already done, so we were able to extend way past that and do way more than combo number 1. On our opponent's turn, again, we can foolish literally anything with Beatrice, doesn't matter at all. IP Masquerena into Appaloosa. We still have the Phoenix Enforcer that can pop. This is 3 negates, and the Herald of Perfection can negate 4 times, because you have the Natasha discard, the Ava discard, so that's 2, and then when Ava is sent to the graveyard, you banish 2 cards and search 2 Light Fairies, so that's going to be 2 additional Light Fairies that you can discard. So 4 negates, 3 negates, 7 negates, and then Phoenix Enforcer is the 8th interruption. So yeah, 3-card combo, 3 and 8 interruptions, very, very, very good. But again, you know me, I always keep the best for last. Let's get into combo number 4, which is by far the best. Alright, I wasn't lying. This is combo number 4, by far the best combo in the entire video. And this is actually a random hand that I drew, and I was like, I'm gonna try to break this as much as possible. So the top deck is actually DRYTRON Nova, and that's going to matter because the Delta is going to be drawing it. So what can I do with this hand? A lot. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's actually ridiculous. Well, not gonna spoil it. It's literally a part of the title of the video, but whatever, you get the point. Anyway, Zeta Tribute Delta, get that ritual spell, then pre-prep, search freaking 2 cards. It's so unfair, oh my god. Diviner, send Herald of Arclight, search Benton, and then Dawn of the Herald, tribute Benton, summon that Herald of Perfection, and then the Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2 trick that I explained in the last combo. Search the Ida 10 this time, and then Zeta, well, oh my god, Delta. Yo, hey, Greek players, I'm so sorry, man. I'm destroying your alphabet right now. Anyways, Delta tribute the Ida 10 in order to draw 1 card and also make the Herald of Perfection permanently stronger. We're making Mu Beta Fafnir with like 10 billion cards in hand and 10 billion cards in field, so you can tell that this is going to explode like there's no tomorrow. And we're going to be sending the Alpha because that's a DRYTRON that we've never used its effect up until now. And then detach a material, send back the Ida 10, recycle back the Medion's DRYTRON. Oh my god, Medion's DRYTRON. Yeah, well, that's actually the name of the card. From our graveyard to our hand, and make Beatrice. Detach specifically the Diviner of the Heralds because it's going to be a card that we're going to banish as well as the Herald of Arclight with the Ava in order to search 2 cards. Yeah, search search our Herald of Orange Light and Diviner of the Heralds, and then DRYTRON Nova, summon the Gamma, make the Anaconda, but it actually doesn't matter. Even the IP Masquerena here would have worked. And now the Alpha is going to be tributing the Benten, so revive back itself, and then search the Medionis freaking 4000 attack monster, and Benten is going to be searching Natasha, which is pretty much one of the final targets in our deck at this point. And then we're going to be going a Ritual Spell, detach our final material from the Mu Beta Fafnir, revive back the Edaton, recycle back the Ritual Spell for the 10th billionth time. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. And then make Constellar Ptolemy M7, recycle back Ava. This is nuts, man. Even with one Ava, you can use the effect multiple times in one turn, in one game. Ridiculous, man. And then make my IP Masquerena, Ritual Spell, yeah, pitch that big boy DRYTRON in order to revive back the Herald of Perfection, and then Gamma pitch the DRYTRON monster that we had as a duplicate in order to revive itself back, revive back itself as well as another DRYTRON monster, and then make the Gamma weaker in order to recycle back the Ritual Spell, make Mu Beta Fafnir, and then DRYTRON Ritual Spell, detach one material, not two, and the Ptolemy M7 in order to revive back the 4K attack monster, and then pay 2K, Fusion Destiny, Phoenix Enforcer. What the heck is this? You'll count the amount of negates with me, okay? IP Masquerena can go up to 4 negates because of Appaloosa. We can use itself with the Anaconda, and this alongside the Mu Beta Fafnir once it's done using its effect. The Phoenix Enforcer is another interruption, so 5. And then the Herald of Perfection is ridiculous, man. It's 6 negates on its own. It's crazy, man. Oh my god, how is this a thing? You discard 4 Light Fairies, and the Ava searches 2 other cards after that. So 6 negates with Herald of Perfection. This is a double send, so 7 interruptions. 8 interruptions because this is a spell or trap negate by detaching material when you control a machine ritual monster. And then Phoenix Enforcer and Appaloosa. So if my maths are not garbage, this is 30 negates. Absolute insanity. And of course your OTK, your follow-up on next turn is guaranteed to be OTK. You draw 2 cards and you have a stacked graveyard with the ritual spell. Absolutely everything you could ever ask for. All DRYTRONs are in there. Even the monster, everything. You have absolutely everything you want to. So that's it for the combo video. Let's get into the deck profile now. Alrighty, so this is the deck profile. I'm playing the 2 Destiny Hero monsters. I actually am playing 44 cards in my main deck because I really wanted to fit in a lot of kind of extender cards and consistency cards, but I think you might be able to cut this down to like 40. I'm just not sure if it's necessarily the way to go, but yeah, I really want to play the 2 Destiny Hero monsters with 3 Fusion Destiny, not just 1, because I actually want to draw this card. It's really, really good. And then 3 Diviner of the Heralds, 3 Herald of Orange Light, of course. This is standard for everyone. 3 Delta, 3 Gamma, 3 Zeta, 3 Alpha. So 3 of pretty much all the good DRYTRONs. This is not standard at all. I actually think the majority of people are only playing 2 Delta, or sometimes even 1 Delta, which I actually think is not enough. This is, I guess, one good way to drop this the number of this deck down to like 42, 40-ish if you cut other stuff. But I actually I like 3 Delta, to be honest. 3 Gamma, I think it's a necessity, you really have to. And then 3 Zeta, 3 Alpha, this is just a no-brainer, obviously you have to. Ava with the Ritual Monster, Herald of Perfection, Benten, Edaton, and the Natasha is another card that you actually can cut. There is absolutely nothing forcing you to play this card. It's just a card that allows you to kind of break boards, I guess, going second. But if you don't really want to, and you really want to make your deck more consistent by playing 40, go ahead and cut 1 Natasha and maybe 1 Delta. Now, for the rest of the deck, I'm playing 2 Pre-Preparation of Rites. You can play 1 if you want to, but I think 3 is way too much. It's pretty key because this card, even if you draw it, you might not be able to use it if you hard draw the Dawn of the Herald, because it specifically has to search from your deck to your hand the ritual spell, and the monster can be from the graveyard, but it only works for Herald of Perfection and Dawn of the Herald, so that's why it's a little gimmicky if you play 3. Now, 3 Fusion Destiny, I'll explain that. 3 Emergency, 3 Nova, of course. 3 Preparation of Rites, searches Benten or anything else. This card is overpowered. You obviously have to play 3. It's better than pre-prep, honestly. And 2 Medionis DRYTRON, because if the first one gets hit by Cosmic Cyclone or DD Crow, you want to have access to another way to ritual summon. And then Dawn of the Herald, obviously, and Fafnir. This is not mandatory. If you want to cut it, go for it. Again, it's pretty easy to cut the deck down to 40, but I like this deck list, honestly. I think it's decent. I've admitted myself to. Anyways, for the extra deck, Phoenix Enforcer, Antis Arclight, Zeus, Ptolemy M7, Beatrice, Downerd, Double Mubeta Fafnir, Appaloosa, Unicorn. I don't think you really have to play Unicorn or Appaloosa. One of the two should be enough. Or Radon, this is almost a win more at this point, but it's good for post game 1, so game 2 or game 3, when you know you're going first, because if your opponent is relying on Forbidden Drop Dark Ruler to beat you, you really want to have access to like Imperial Order, for example. And then Masquerena, Anaconda, and Linkribo or Relinquished Anima. Alright, now for the idea section, also kind of side deck cards. Artifact Lancia, very easy to search with Benton, and then Access Code Talker in theory if you don't want to play Appaloosa, for example. Then Barricade Borg Blocker, really practical with Auradon. If you have just any 2 generic monsters, you can link them off for Barricade, and then with any other DRYTRON, you make Auradon. The Beatrice was able to send one of the traps like Imperial Order, and then you recycle it back with Auradon. So this is kind of like a Nightmare Griffin, but a little more practical. You don't have to discard, and it doesn't have to be linked, and it's also just a link 3 instead of a link 4. So this is why this card is pretty fantastic in this deck. And then Dark Ruler, whatever, Prosperity for going second. And well, this is for going first, obviously, or going second, I guess. Called by the Grave, a Pointer of the Red Lotus, and a bunch of other trap cards. That could be nice. So a Pointer is good at looking at your opponent's hand and either making him break or remove the card that allows him to break your board. And then Dimensional Barrier is just fantastic for obvious reasons against a few decks. World Decree against trap decks if you are going first and you're scared of getting hit by, let's say, Solemn Strike plus Torrential if your opponent is playing like Eldritch going second. And then Imperial Order, Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, and Solemn Judgment. So that's it. That's all for this DRYTRON combo video and deck profile. Make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram and Twitch. Again, the links will be in the description box below. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.